And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and who's this next to me?
Good morning. It's Greg live on Fun Friday.
It is Fun Friday. We hope you have 73 though. It's kind of what we call warm.
It's kind of chilly.
Yesterday we were a lot better yesterday due to the fact that it was 63, 64 this time yesterday.
Humidity's down some too.
It is. So we're hoping for cooler weather.
It's still pretty warm yesterday afternoon, though. I got to say. But.
Yeah, did you ever end up mowing grass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun time, wasn't it?
It looked like as hot and as dry as it is, it would just die peacefully.
Yes.
It just keeps growing.
Did you ever think you'd see these two sitting beside one another over here?
They all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning.
All right, Stella, we're going to need you to move a little closer to Todd because part of your face is not showing, and we need to show all of you.
Probably a good thing.
Right.
I mean,
Don't want to break your
we
cameras.
always get comments from men folk wanting to look at her when she's on the show. Todd, how in the world are you doing?
I'm great, man. Good to be here.
All right, of course.
He's been driving all night.
Todd Kemp, former sheriff of Clark County. You miss it yet?
Yes and no.
One part of you go, Anthony, that's your problem.
That's right. Exactly right. I don't miss the stress at all, but I do miss the people. I miss the people I work with. But far as the stress of the job, and Barry can have the Barry out all day long.
Well, speaking of that, we were down taking a tour, and Harold was there, of course, out in the courtyard there, he honking around, and it was brought to me and Greg's attention about the day that when you took, what was it, a day or two, or what did they say, hours after he got elected sheriff, that a pickup truck backed up to the door. Do you remember that little story we were told?
Oh, yes. I think maybe some televisions and some stuff like that disappeared.
Did that actually go down like that? You decide you ain't getting it if you're going to jail here?
That's right. Exactly right.
Had kind of a house cleaning.
That's exactly right. It's a jailhouse. It ain't no Holiday Inn.
So,
my opinion about that.
A lot of people agree with you. Let's keep them fed. And
keep them fed, take care of them if they're sick, whatever. Do what you need to do, but it ain't no Holiday Inn.
That's exactly
and,
right. Make it where they might not want to come back.
Amen.
You know, it's a lot of truth to that, and as a society, we are soft.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Everywhere I look. You know, I brought up a story before y'all were locked out of the studio, and I forgot.
Yeah, out in the yard.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
Tell me to be here at 6:30. I get here at 6:15, and the door's locked.
Have you been out there that long? Oh.
Yeah, I drove 50 miles up here.
Dad, I forgot to lock the door.
I thought they were on strike or when I drove up, they needed some signs, you know.
That's down at the AT&T building.
I know how
Meridian.
popular you've gotten. So.
It's a long way from Junction City to here.
It is.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll have to do a map of that and show that a lot of travels. But my point, one of the stories that I did this morning, and it was very unfortunate. Some people go to the hospital to see a loved one, and they're told that they've checked out. And as I said, we're human. We make mistakes. And they told the family, well, they've checked out of the hospital. It turned out they were dead. Now, again, a mistake but that's not lawsuit worthy.
No.
And they're suing the hospital because they told them that they had checked out and they were really dead.
They did check out.
Do you see that as a...
I don't think, I wouldn't sue over that, no. I mean, like you said, people make mistakes, and sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on, and you get confused or whatever, but no, I wouldn't sue over that. I don't think
stuff like that worries me. And as a nation, we get softer and softer. Well, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Well, nowadays, you can sue anybody for anything at any time.
Exactly,
and if I don't like it, you hurt my feelings, you owe me. And I hate to say it because I know there are some good lawyers out there, but there are certain ones, that are trolling, just looking. And the thing about it, if they do a suit and they can settle out of court and $15,000-$20,000, so be it. Keep on rolling.
And that's what
And
happened.
the insurance companies have gotten to the point where it's cheaper for them to settle frivolous lawsuits
Than to go to trial
than
with
it
it.
is to fight it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's not right.
that's
not
what our
right.
society has became. If I can get, again, like we talked about last week, gonna get my blood pressure up already.
You got your pills.
Yeah, I was gonna
If
say,
we
you
can
check-
get something for nothing, that's what the mentality of a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are horrible mistakes made, and those people ought to be held accountable.
Right.
But a human error, I'm sorry,
I mean, it could have been a computer glitch too, where they looked at
Yeah.
the computer and saw, oh, okay, it looks like they've been discharged.
And I want to address something because I
Sometimes
am.
they're just honest mistakes. you
Yeah.
know.
And we all do it there. Like, I think you're pretty. You said it in a moment of desperation. Boy, the room went quiet on that one.
Huh?
You ever said that? You sure are pretty.
you
And then somebody gets offended.
get sued for that.
But as I said, I want to address the next issue, and Stella's in the room. And I am the last news media source in Meridian to make this announcement because it is official. And I take, when we do news stories, very, very serious when it comes to death. The shooting that we had at Highland Park at 37th. I know, Highland Park.
Skyland Park.
That's a phone call I got. It was trying to tell me that wasn't Highland Park. And you could put your foot in Highland Park, and in the street, I call that Highland Park. 37th Street, there was a shooting the other night. An elderly couple was hit. They were both airlifted to Jackson. The gentleman was in critical condition, has been that way for the longest, and other news sources put it that he was deceased, and it happened last night.
Yes.
Officially, you got the word.
Yes.
Sad set of events.
And again, I'm very touchy over saying when someone is deceased until it is 100%. We might know that is going to happen, but if it hasn't happened yet, I'm not going to report that, and that's why. So this will make now the 8th murder of the year for Meridian. 8 of them. We hate that. His wife did survive. She was struck. A life taken for no reason.
And again, these people were in their house minding their own business.
Yes, sir.
This ain't folks out running up and down the street at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. These how much? Well, I know how you're supposed to feel. You get you a good hot bath and put your pajamas on and get in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
You're supposed to be as safe there. Come
As-
on now. I mean,
I'm with you on that. Now I'll go back.
That is your safe space.
that is
your home is your
exactly.
safe space.
That is your
So-
safe
That's correct.
space supposed to be. And again, we're talking about, I believe, elderly folks probably worked their whole life so they could feel safe in their home.
I was just telling Stella we had half of her face again. She keeps getting away from Todd. I don't know
You
what this
supposed to be,
is.
I must stink or something.
Todd stepped in some manure feeding the cows.
There,
we
is
can
that better?
see you now.
Now I can't see Greg.
But, that's just one of the things that have happened in Meridian. Many things that have gone on over the last 24 hours. That was it. We make number 8 with this, and we got some stuff to tell you next. What you got?
About the deal on the location, and people may not know it. I can assure you one thing: he never picks out or picks on any one spot. But when you report something, whether it's good, bad, free snowballs, or Lord forbid a homicide, you usually use the closest landmark that people
Correct.
know. And I just wanted to clear the air about that. Nobody's getting singled out, or you use the closest, biggest landmark that people will recognize, and that kind of puts you in the general vicinity.
Like if I say downtown Meridian, that's going to mean somewhere
Anywhere.
from the hospitals back, that downtown area when you put
That's
it right
right.
there in that city limits of proximity there. If I were to say something happened at the 3-foot building, it would be within the circle around it.
That's
That's
right.
the closest
So you
place.
know what? The main thing is the truth hurts.
It does.
Well, like,
And if you tell the truth, sometimes people get their feelings hurt.
Oh, I get that every day.
Well, keep telling the truth, brother.
that's right. The thing about, and we talked about this before, everybody wants to know the news. unless it involves them or their family or their location.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
That makes
Everybody,
sense.
you know, oh, I can't, but reported that too quick, or shouldn't have put this out, or shouldn't have put that out. You know what? Everybody wants to know. Everybody's on pins that want to know what happened, as long as they're not involved in it. And hey, I get it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't feel the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
It's just human.
He's not making up stuff. It's the facts, ma'am. I mean, he's just reporting
Joe
the facts.
Friday said it best. Just the facts.
And seriously, we do of threats that are made. We do track that. We got a company that keeps up with that. If it's a viable threat, then we got that little guy that comes down that watches all that. Usually on Tuesday nights and wants to borrow the Cadillac. I mean, and that Christmas gift of leaving it in there. Hey, we put you some WeatherTech floor mats in the trunk. That was very nice of them. He always brings it back gassed up, and I don't have any more problems.
That's right.
But the things that go on, and people do get touchy over things, and it's just the
Well,
facts,
like
nothing more.
I've said many times, this is just the world that we live in. I mean, we live in where information is right there. Something happens, it's right there, and people are used to that. They want to know. So if you said, I'm not going to report this because it's so and so's family,
Right.
there's 1,000 other people that are like, what's going on? We have no idea what's going on. Why are you not reporting
And I always
this?
get this, oh, if it was your family, would you do it? Absolutely. And y'all know that I've done that. And I will do it again should that ever happen. It'll be there. Just point blank, it's the facts are the facts of whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll be right back as we got a lot of headlines to tell you. We're going to give Todd the shakedown in a little bit and find out what's going on in his world since he left the sheriff's department, took his keys and his tie tack.
That's exactly it.
We'll be right back.
Jordan LaParish Tractor here to talk about our fall hunting package, the Whitetail Widowmaker, L2502 DT with a DH1560, an RCR 1260 6-foot cutter. You're going to get a free pipe top trailer with that. We're about 60 days from hunting season. This package is going to start around $29,999 cash, as little as $385 per month. Come see us, 4 locations, Meridian, Hattiesburg, Poplarville, Robertsdale, and coming soon to the Panhandle of Florida.
Place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Greg. Odie is out this morning. We understand that he's got some. What is he doing?
He's finding Nemo.
Oh, Nemo.
Odie's on a dive trip, which, I mean, that's his thing. Everybody, you know, I'm kind of like the little fat kid on the bank. Somebody's
too.
got to tell what happened. One thing they'll never say is, Greg got attacked by a shark. Nope. If you go to his house, you at his house.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I ain't getting in there to give him no thirsty stuff. Again, if you're just joining us, Todd Kemp is here. Stella, who is the Lauderdale County, we don't see a lot of pictures of you other than like nighttime and flashing lights around your face, and you go, I can't tell much about her. Yeah. Well, this is her in the flesh this morning.
This
So glad
be
to have
early
you.
in the morning.
You hate to say it, but, you know, a lot of people don't want to see her.
Yeah, I know. She thins
When
out around.
the car
You're not wrong, Greg.
But I can tell you one thing, and I've worked with numerous coroners over the years in Clark County. They earn every dollar they get.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
Because it takes special people to do what they do. And I admire you for the job you do.
Amen.
Thank you for that.
And wherever you trade your car in, I ain't buying it. I watched that yesterday.
No.
That's not the first time.
I would imagine not. In the middle of the night, and this would be somewhere around, I think I got a text at 9:44. A gentleman that goes, "Hey, I just heard rapid gunfire, lots of it." It would be about 15 minutes later, someone would be driven to the hospital. The door opened and flopped out, and off they drove into the night. We had someone that was shot last night and dropped off at a local hospital. The people that took them there did not stay. They didn't hang around. Here's, as we look at this, a 17-year-old juvenile was dropped off at the hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg.
Well, at least they thought enough of him to carry him to the hospital.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
Now, he wouldn't cooperate with the police, and this is where it gets into. We don't know who, what, or how, because he's not talking. Is there a reason? Probably. We don't know what it is. You cannot guess and answer for somebody that won't do this. But gunshot victim did happen last night. Somewhere around 10:15 is when the Meridian Police Department will get the call. Come on down. Talk to this person in here. Not life-threatening. That is the good news out of that. But I think we really need to look at this weekend. And, maybe we need to set up like a level 1 through 5 of being dangerous. Threat level. I think we're at that. And I'm going to put this weekend's threat level pretty high. We've just had a murder. Usually there is more to follow situations like, especially when it comes to an elderly person being killed for no reason. And that's what happened in Meridian. I've always been told, and we don't know who did this. Let me say this up front. But from the little bit of knowledge that I've been told, 2 things that should never happen is a child and an elderly person being shot. Even the bad guys think that is bad. And so they're going to turn around and go after somebody else for doing that. Somebody knows who did this.
Absolutely. Somebody knows exactly who did this.
So let's say if you put this at a scale of 1 to 5, we would put this probably at a 4.5 of dangerous this weekend. I'm gonna put this pretty high up on the totem pole. Watch where you go. Watch what you do this weekend. Because it could happen at any time. Rapid gunfire breaks out.
And the thing, people, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You don't have to have anything to do with that. You can be standing on the corner going in to get you a sandwich or a soda pop.
Right.
I'm sorry, these people.
Bullets don't have names on it.
And these people obviously cannot hit what they're shooting at. I'm
right.
sorry. They cannot hit.
And
they didn't grow up broke like us, where you didn't have but 2 bullets to shoot. You better make darn sure.
Thank God they can't hit anything.
That's true. We would have this month. August has been the worst so far this year, and I don't have my sheet pulled up in front of me, but we've had 10 or 11 at this point struck this month. 2 murders, maybe 3 murders now. Yeah, 3 murders now in the month of August.
But do you remember, not that long ago, when if you would have been brushing your teeth and you standing in front of it and you hear it on the radio, there was a gunfire last night, you would have stopped and looked. And now it's like we've become so
we hear
callous,
it all the time.
or you're just a little bit at the time. You just get used to it, like it's it's just Meridian every night. No big deal.
Sad.
You're right on that. Now, another thing, and this is where I would bump into this young lady that is sitting across from. This was the scene last night, right there. You see me there? Well,
you can't help but see you.
Okay. And I know that you're not going to be able to say much about this because this is an investigation,
right.
And I'm not going to put you in a bad spot here. But last night, skeletal remains were found in Meridian, Mississippi, and this would be right next to Magnolia Cemetery, an abandoned house. I was driving along, and I kept seeing all these flashy lights, and I thought, well, that's a good place to pull over. Rob came up and we started investigating this, and sure enough, detective after detective showed up. We even had the police chief show up, a rarity, and she was on scene. What we know at this point, and again, I know that you're involved in things and you can't talk about it, but what we do know is that skeletal remains, we don't know how much or what was found, was removed from the home and will probably go off to a lab to be examined to determine the cause of death. We don't know that this is a murder. As I said live on the scene, it could be somebody that died of natural causes. Anything. It could have been a homeless person. We don't know yet. So all of this will be sent off, and we'll get some results back. Now I mentioned that this is not the first time in Meridian. If y'all remember Jimmy Rogers Parkway,
Last year.
that has not been solved, has it? You can say on that because it hasn't been solved. That was before you took office.
That was right before, yes.
Matter of
and
fact, you were there with me.
I was.
It's hard to do anything with skeletal remains.
Yeah.
Also.
You've done it.
I've done that several times in Clark County over the years, and we had one out from Shibuda, and wound up being the car was from Gretna, Louisiana,
Ooh.
West Bank, and all this was. She went missing pre-Katrina, and after the Katrina hit, we lost contact with all the family and everything, and they just. All we knew was we had skeletal remains been burned up in a car, and that's the way it went. So it's hard to do anything with those.
Y'all
Don't know how in the world she got
there.
east of Shibuda from Gretna, Louisiana. I mean, so we don't.
A lot of blanks.
A lot of blanks.
So we'll be patient on this as we can. Hopefully we'll find out more of that. But just another thing that happened in Meridian over that. Maybe you need to bring in this next story. This would be Front Street Meridian last night. Can you do a little Ray Stevens for me now? Boogie dad,
Boogie dad, boogie dad, there she goes.
There she was. Like a streak, here she come right down the road. I got numerous calls of there's a woman that's buck naked down here.
Hollered, don't look, Ethel. It's too late. She done got
She
a
was
free
saying,
shot.
don't look.
She is standing over by the tomatoes.
So if you were out and about last night, right after dark, it was right there at dusk dark. She was up there just showing off that old birthday suit, posing with it, from what I understand.
Reckon that's naked man, some of his kinfolks or something, because I think he was being detained last I heard.
He was detained. He had a little bullet wound there. Somebody didn't appreciate that nakedness, and and you have to be honest about these things.
Well,
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
the news is the news.
Also, I woke up this morning, and this was in the dead of the night. I missed this ding on my phone, but I got a message.
You slept?
I slept for about 2 hours last night.
I'd like to know when.
Ooh, no joke.
And during that time, you can't make y'all. You just can't make this stuff up of what happens. It was a female downtown. 4th Street is where it was, Greg. You can visualize where it is. You've got the downtown from the Banks and Dumont Plaza. 4th Street would run toward the tunnel back that way.
Right.
There's a woman screaming, and she said, "I have found the gold." She had struck gold right there in the middle of the street, and she was thinking about digging. Yes, sir, Bob.
I would say she found somebody's stash is what she found.
Then she ran over to Dumont Plaza and screamed it again. "I found gold! Gold!"
Wow.
Yeah. Now, we're not sure that could have been tied to a naked woman. We don't know, but she had clothes on at that point. She was just happy she'd struck gold. So I'm glad you didn't bring her a pick or anything to go a digging.
It's scary, people.
It is. We had a stolen truck recovered last night down at the Dollar General 8th Street. It was taken from Hattiesburg.
Good looking truck.
It was.
That is a good
Good-looking
looking truck.
Meridian Police Department showed up, and they decided, there ain't enough of us here, so some more came. I think Lewis Recker was seen backing up, doing some come-alongs here a little bit later.
Yeah, somebody gonna be glad to get that one back.
They sure are. I made it over to Meridian yesterday afternoon. They had an exciting. They don't get to crank the truck up in Meridian all that much, run those little sirens, but boy, they sure got to yesterday afternoon. Let me show you a picture here over by the trailer park. Is where I put that back behind that business that is closed now. As we look here, here's Meridian Popo and the fire department all on scene. And what we had was let me pause that. Right there, we had a spark on this line that went down and caught the ditch on fire.
But they were there on the spot.
They were.
Hats off to all the fire departments.
Amen.
Volunteer,
Yeah.
paid, it don't matter. But again, I'm always been partial to volunteer firemen. I mean, they quit what they doing, whatever, and they got jobs and families too.
That's right.
They got grass to cut. But you know what? They quit whatever they're doing, day or night, to come help you. The men and women of the
For free.
volunteers.
For free.
Thank y'all. We appreciate you. We love you.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Greg. Already 7:26 this morning as we head toward the starting a new day. 73 right now. 92 is the high.
Gonna be warm.
Ooh, yeah, y'all keep it. We were out and about yesterday, and we had somebody said they needed some folks to hire, didn't they?
Yes, sir. I believe down at what was it, Riverside
Yeah.
Grill. So they got all kind of openings. They got from cooks to dishwashers to whatever. They open early. They stay open till late.
Yep.
So you probably got something that would fit in your schedule. If you're looking for a job, go talk to Joey Chancellor and the fine folks down there.
Clark County, if you're looking for a job, do that. Good place to eat. I mean, you've eaten there.
Absolutely.
Several
of course, then we
times.
had to go by and check out Mathis when we left. You know they got green peanuts already.
The peanut.
Oh man, ain't that when
Are the
when
peaches gone? Were they having the peaches?
they had? I think they had a few peaches too. But they, go by there and get you a raffle ticket, man. Lisa's got them raffle tickets. We can't tell you what they raffling. There's 30 of them in 30 days. But you go by there and get you a raffle ticket.
Help out a good cause.
Hey, and the thing about it, when they do a drawing, they put that name back in the hat.
Okay.
They don't throw it away. Had one lady that won 3 times last year.
That's pretty good.
So that's pretty
And it's
good
how much are the
odds.
tickets?
I
$10
bought
a day?
one. No. 30
30.
for 30.
Okay, I got you.
$30
30
for 30 items. They're going to draw one for 30 days every day.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa's got a stack of them. She'll be glad to see you and all them pretty ladies working in there.
Well, let's back up a minute. Let me ask you. You mentioned they had peanuts. It is a art to doing boiled peanuts. Who is the best? Is RW the best that we need to call in to do this?
RW don't do anything. He
Oh.
has people to do it, and then he takes credit for it. But yes, I take that back. He fixed the best baked beans I ever eaten in my life, so I will throw him a bone on
Paul
that one.
Mosley fixed the best baked beans.
But
Paul Mosley.
Paul Mosley.
Got it.
No, he's got it.
boiled peanuts is an art. My dad sold boiled peanuts for probably 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
He'd even soak the dried ones if he couldn't get any green ones. And
Yeah.
do that. The key to boiled peanuts is knowing when to get them out of the water. Because
I
you
didn't know
gotta
that.
you gotta let them soak once you cut them off, and that's when they get the salt. Well, when you get them too salty, you
Yeah.
can go back and soak them and try to, but
It's too late.
It is too late.
But so the water is the key to all this. So
That's right. Let them soak. And
I
get 'em
almost set
done,
my
get 'em
house on
soft.
fire one time doing boiled peanuts.
Do what?
I almost set my house on fire one time doing boiled peanuts.
Baby, you don't build a fire.
You're not supposed to take a
living room.
nap. You're not supposed to take a nap.
If you ain't looking, you ain't cooking.
That's right.
and it's one of those things, and you can freeze them and break them out later.
Oh, yeah, and now people's got where they use the Creole seasoning, the Cajun
Yeah.
ball. I ain't big on
Red
that.
pepper
My
flakes.
favorite peanuts, if y'all remember the little red peanut, I think Valencia, a little Spanish peanut. There'd be 4 or 5 of them in a hull. Man, they were good.
I like that kind of stuff.
But go see Lisa and all the fine folks down there. They'll hook you. Hey, they got some good ice cream too. I might have had to have one of them.
Craig ain't passing no food.
No.
Now, I did do this. I didn't get a chance to go last night. This was the premiere. It's going to be in Meridian. If you like Ronald Reagan, they had the first premiere of this in Meridian last night. And it took place, I think, around 5:30 is when it started.
And if you don't like him, please move.
But the Republican National Women of Clark County, Lauderdale County, hosted the event last night. A story about Ronald Reagan. I hope you get a chance to see the movie there. I had every intention of going right up until I bumped into Stella. She changed my plans.
I had a lot of plans last night, too.
It's all your fault. Speaking of that, you two especially know this. Is there such thing as making plans when you hold an office?
No.
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 Nope.
Kind of like when you're a news reporter, that nothing.
You
You call
don't
24 hours a day, 7
Yeah.
days a week, and you hope you've got a good staff where you can maybe slip off sometime and go to the beach or whatever, but you don't go off very far. But there's a constant worry.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You worry about everything. You've got the jail to deal with. You worry about something major happening. And I mean, it's always in the back of your mind, and that's the part that I hadn't missed at all.
Now, what we're worried about is you were married. Stella's not married. We're worried about your love life. What are we going to do about this?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, we see at these scenes, and most men
You
go,
don't have time to date, I can tell you that.
And the thing about it, you can't make plans either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like Friday at 7 o'clock, I'll meet you. Unless. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, a lot of times, like old fella said, you can smell the cornbread, but you ain't going to get to eat it. You got to go.
That's right.
and I need RW's cell number. I've had a lady ask for his number.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's on most bathroom walls, but, you know, we'll find it.
I'll tell you a quickie about Anthony.
What's that?
He had been in about a month, and I went by the office, and he said, "Well, I'm fixing to move my camper down to Orange Beach." I said, "For what?" He said, "Well, we're going to plan on going down there some this summer." I said, "You might well sell that, though." You ain't going to have time to go down there and deal with that. And I don't think he's been many times.
Very little. Very little.
The one time he did go, I got a call. He was on the way back.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen. We had an incident in Philadelphia, I thought we'd bring this up. But Greg, you see if you can identify. I'm going to put this to our team here as we put this up on the screen. Anybody know what that is?
Possibly a Chevrolet truck with a bullet hole and a tailgate.
You are hired.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. We had several buildings, glasses shot in Philadelphia area. No one's been arrested to my knowledge at this point. There was a lot of rapid gunfire there also.
Oh, wow.
So we're looking at all that. And Scott said that was my truck there.
Better watch it. They'll be calling it Little Meridian.
Ooh, you sure better. We got the whole story there on the page if you'd like to go back and read about everything that went on with that. Philadelphia is where that little event happened. I want to show this, and I'm not going to, because it'll be the sound of the airplane. I'm just going to put this in the background. And you know this better than anybody. Burn ban has been put in effect for Winston County.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that fire there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It get out of hand very quick. Oh, like we talked about. Lower humidity here lately. It seemed like high temperatures, little wind. It's a rough time. Like I worked with the Forestry Commission for 29.75 years, so I'm kind of used to this. But you let it start cooling off, and everybody wants to get outside. Want to get that dove feel, that deer feel, everything. Everybody, you get the earth, and I get it. You've been cooped up because it's been so hot. Please don't set the world on fire. And if you ain't got time to finish what you're doing, our biggest problem, in my opinion, with wildfires or out of control fires, people will light a stump, they'll light a burn barrel or whatever. Well, I got to run to town. I got to go pick up little Susie at soccer practice. Don't start. Fire ain't going to wait on you.
That's right.
And I don't know about up here, but it's dry at my house.
Yes, sir.
Out at Carmichael area, it's dry out there.
It doesn't take
need
but
it.
just a second.
That's
It's out of
right.
control.
We'll be right back. We're gonna put these two against each other here. We got some trivia coming. Todd's pretty good at it, and you showed some pretty good signs, Stella, last time you were here, knowing a few things.
I know a couple of things.
She knows a thing or two. We're gonna find out.
I have a little bit of useless knowledge.
We'll do that next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the back porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
And welcome back. I had to hit the button there. Yeah, I was trying to read a text.
I thought we'd run out of minutes.
We're still here. As often as we do, we like to remember what happened in history upon this day. We go back to, what was this, 1814. The biggest thing that I remember about this woman was there was a donut named after her, wasn't it? Wasn't that what?
Dolly Madison?
Dolly Madison?
Yeah, wasn't there a donut named after her? Dolly Madison Donuts?
Yeah.
Little Debbie, I don't
You
Now that
bought
you
any
mention
lately, it's Big Deborah now.
But did she have a donut? Aren't I right? There was a Dolly Madison.
That sounds familiar.
What'd she do in 1814, though? It was a pretty big event that happened in American history, all because of her. She saved something. She looked out the window and the British was coming.
had to save the flag.
Well, she did, and she also saved George Washington's portrait. As they lit the White House on fire, she made sure that they ran back in and snatched that off the wall.
For real?
For real. She put it in the wagon, and off she went.
What was she doing at the White House?
That's where she lived. Her husband was president.
No joke. So she
We're
made
all
them
stuck
first
there.
donuts in the White House?
She did. And then it would become a large company later there.
Can't
Greg.
believe you didn't know that, Greg.
I didn't. I had no clue.
Yep, that's why she was there. But the British attacked, and of course the war went on for a few years, and they burned the White House, burned most of Washington
We whooped them
down.
good, though, at New Orleans.
Yeah, we sure
Andy
did.
Jackson did.
Took a little bacon and
Took a little trip
bean,
down the
Bacon
mighty
and some
Mississippi.
and the gator lost his mind.
And did
Well,
you know that just Andy Jackson left Tennessee with his army and was just west of here. They call it the Jackson Road,
Old Jackson
Right.
Highway.
the old Jackson Highway, and went to New Orleans.
Really?
So he marched right through this area, him and his troops.
Now I did not know that.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson, of course, he was the people's man.
Right.
He was one that everybody liked.
Everybody but the Native Americans.
Yes, sir. They
do
didn't.
not
They didn't
like
care for him. They still don't, as a
They
matter of
still
fact. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't blame them.
Trail of Tears is what we're referring to. There's a lot of people that talked about it, but he enacted it as you go back and look at history. So there's some dislike there. But White House was totally destroyed. I couldn't watch this. It was not my type of movie. I understand that it was a hit, and Gene Kelly was probably one of the best. He was born today. You remember him? Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not my kind of movie.
Huh?
But
Not a
Gene
fan
Kelly,
either.
Born Today. You've seen that, hadn't you?
No.
There was a woman dance with him too. I forget what her
Ginger
name
Rogers.
was.
That was a
Ginger?
movie.
Singing in the Rain.
Ginger Rogers.
I don't reckon I'll get that station.
Yeah, that was it was black and white originally.
Very popular film when it came out, and I guess still is.
Yeah.
If you're into that, I wasn't either. I wasn't.
I'm
Not
not.
enough shooting in it for me.
Yeah, just
I
tap
have,
dancing don't do it for me.
I have never seen The Sound of Music.
There's a reason you haven't.
I'm
It's
not
hor-
either. I honestly say I've
So
never.
like I'm not. I just wasn't into that.
It's horrible. let
Yeah,
me tell-
is
I
it?
remember it was a Friday night. We had no other stations.
I
And
just
me and my
soon go to
sister
bed.
sat there, and she was like that Ricola commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
And you were crying, hoping it would be over with.
Yeah, it's bad, folks. Never watch that. I know there's people that really eat that up.
I know.
Now, I can handle Elvis watching a race and going, whoa, we're going to win this race. And he break. I mean, I can handle that, but man, that kind of
But
music.
everybody likes something. It's a matter of opinion.
Yes.
That's like I said before about I couldn't wait. I thought we needed to be a little more cultured, so we went to the Nutcracker one Christmas. and I realized why they had bars on those windows upstairs. So you wouldn't jump out during intermission.
Come on, Greg. That was actually really good.
No.
You talking about at the Temple Theater?
Yeah.
It was good.
If you can sit through that, you can do.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Well,
It was.
and again, that's
it was.
what we're talking about.
It was
It's a matter
something
of
different.
Opinion, whoever everybody likes different
The
stuff.
music was beautiful.
But I'd about as soon cut my toenails with a chainsaw. I always have to sit through that again.
I can't sit through it.
Intermission come on. I thought, ooh, thank goodness it's over. My wife said, oh, no, baby, it's halftime. Oh, no. But if you're into that, I'm not knocking you and your cup.
I wasn't into it. I just wanted to
yourself
check it out. I thought it would be something different, and it was. It was very different, but I
I'd rather
enjoyed it.
watch a test the emergency broadcast system.
We go back to probably, I'm going to rate this on a scale of top 10 of Andy Griffith moments as probably being 9.5 when she stepped off that bus and the whole town went whoop.
Oh, she was doing the nail
Yes,
up
sir.
in Floyd's barber
That
shop.
was I Dream of Jeannie.
Look at this. As we pull it up, Todd wins it there.
Barbara Eden, yeah.
She today. I mean, did that dress not fit? I ain't trying to be feminist or nothing, but
Andy said
Shit.
she was blessed.
yeah, that is the way he put it.
She is very blessed.
That was Barbara Eaton. We looked at a picture of her this week at 92, but
She's still very, very attractive.
But that scene there when all of them were getting them fingernails done up in Floyd's, it was funny. I enjoyed that. As we go back to, how do you describe this, Greg?
I don't know, but I've referred to you as him a bunch of times.
Les Nessman. I see.
WKRP.
Yes,
Cincinnati.
How did he put it? I see. There's something coming out of the helicopter.
Oh, the turkey drop.
The turkey drop.
Turkey drop. There was frozen turkey.
Richard Sanders was born, and of course, he was Les Nessman, and they locked him out of the little shop that they wouldn't let him in.
That was a great show.
Oh my gosh, they're hitting everywhere. Johnny Fever and the whole gang there. But Les Nessman having a birthday today, born in 1940, WKRP in
funny.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, didn't Quitman at one time have a radio station years ago?
Yeah, BFN, 1500 on your radio dial.
Yeah, that's gone now, though, isn't it?
It is. There's a Christian music station there, a broadcast out of there now. But it went on to be, they went FM, WYKK.
And then that turned into the
98.
the Christian broadcasting that
Yeah, and it's
they
still
bought
going
it.
on today. It's good. It's a pretty good station. They mix it up. They got some contemporary, but with some Southern gospel also.
Well, there you are. This woman played her part well. 1949 was when she was born. She played. Y'all watch Cheers any?
Yes.
I never did get that show.
Me.
I know it was on there, but
Greg,
that wasn't my cup
you
of
watch
tea.
it?
She was on, like, which?
Cheers.
Okay, well, so Shelley, is it Shelley Long? Shelley
Did you
Long
watch
or
it?
Kirstie Alley?
Shelley.
Shelley Long.
You did watch that.
I did.
I watched 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I thought,
If there wasn't nothing else on, I could watch it.
it just wasn't my thing. I understand that it was huge, but Shelley
Wasn't
Long.
my thing either.
Yeah, if the Nutcracker was on the other channel, I'd watch that. We didn't have but 2 channels, and that's only if you held the
Woody
antenna
Harrelson,
right.
he played. That's where he got his
Yeah.
start on there.
Yeah.
The Postman, what was the old postman's name?
No, there was Norm and
Norm.
Phil? No, gosh, what was his name? The postman. I can't remember.
And then the guy that ended up marrying Whoopi. What was
Ted
his name?
Danson.
Ted Danson there. Yeah, he's a strange little man.
Yes,
there, I might
he
add.
married Whoopi. That says everything you need to know about him.
His credibility flew off up out the window.
As we look at this of all the songs that have been done, he had one. He was a movie star, but he had one song, and he talked about his best friend having this old girl that he'd like to make his own.
Rick Springfield.
Oh, look at her go. 49, Rick Springfield was born. Jesse's Girl. He wished he had her.
Yeah.
It was a good song. I'll give him credit.
She would just wreck his life anyway. He was better off.
It wasn't fair and young.
No, but I do know that one. That one did cross over, and I did hear that a time or two. Let's see here. It was, and I know both of you are going to know this straight out.
Oh, I knowed it.
Yep.
You knowed
You're not going to have a chance at this, Stella. I just don't see it. 1952, it would be The Answer. Who done the original
Hank
song?
Thompson did the original, and she wrote the rebuttal, or sang the rebuttal.
Yeah.
It wasn't God who made Honky Tonk
Amen.
It was Kitty Webb.
I told you he would know that.
That's right.
A very, very popular song. And, she was at the end of not making it. She was dead broke, and it just wasn't working. And I think they gave her like $25 to go into the studio to record the song.
And it took off.
Yeah, and it changed her entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Cliff Calvin or Clavin? Calvin was the postman on Cheers,
So it was?
courtesy of Clayton Cobbler.
Clayton's
He knew
up
the
this
answer.
morning.
Doing up this early.
He's
He's supposed to be retired.
That's
He may not have been to bed yet.
We didn't think about that, did we?
He could have been out juking all night.
I think all of us in the room have watched at least one Rocky movie, one way or the other. You watched
I
one.
kind of like the first
like-
one, and
I
then
like
they run it
Rocky.
in the ground.
Yeah, and then he had a big hit song. It was a group called, what was that? Survivor. It's the,
Eye of the Tiger.
There you go.
Tiger, yeah.
yeah, even Todd knows that one there.
you go.
Yeah.
Big hit today as it took off for them. Jimmy Jimison was born 1951. Was his. Now, did they do anything else, Stella, that really amounted to anything, or is that it?
They
That-
were good. mean,
I think
they were-
that's
they were
all I
real
can think
good,
of.
But I don't know if they did anything other than
I can't think of another song.
As we go back to 1969, I know we've all heard this song.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Oh,
a honky tonk woman.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
recorded in
Rolling
1969, and that's them in the last 10 years.
Anybody ever been in a juke joint heard that?
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Where was I at that somebody didn't know what juke joint we were having to explain what a juke
Yeah.
joint? Who was
We were
that?
meeting with a client the other day, and I made reference to a juke joint, and she said, "Huh?" I said, "A beer joint?"
Beer joint,
Huh?
juke joint, man,
Juke-
that's
Well, I was
bar?
telling the story, a Todd Kemp story that I heard from you about the fella what stuck the snout of that McCulloch chainsaw in that screen
That is
door to
correct.
Old Rock Hill. Said they gave him the bar.
But I was shocked. But there are terms that are starting to fade away because they're not passed down. Juke joint, one of them.
Yeah.
Want to go juking? That would mean go bar hopping.
Because there's no more juke joints.
Yeah.
No more honky tonks.
Very few in the Delta anymore. The juke joints. There's a few over there, but not many.
I can
Used to
remember.
be one at every crossroads.
Oh yeah.
And we used to have them in Meridian, and I can remember this being talked about back when we had a large police force. We couldn't do that now, but there would be roadside checks not far from there, and it really hurt the bar business and put them all out of business, basically.
Yeah.
'Cause people
Oh,
quit
yeah.
going.
Yep.
Highway 80. You know they were.
Well, there was one every
Highway
that's
11. all the way
within
to the-
walking distance.
with the county line. You know.
Sombrero County line, Dixie Club. Yeah, eat up with them. 45 to White Castle, the Rock Hill, the
3 Mile in.
3 mile. Yeah.
All that.
Y'all remember the names of these places here? Well, that's what it would
Have
be.
you
Yeah.
With the rooftop garden.
with the rooftop garden.
So Meridian was jumping, hopping.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was.
I can remember here. Was it Richie's or?
Richie's La Cove. That was in the.
disco. Richie's was the disco bar, and you walk through the hall to go to the Cove. That's where the old Neville Court was.
Oh, sure was.
And behind it was the other place.
Now that one I'm familiar with.
Across the street.
Wasn't there also one out in North Hills area? Wasn't there-
Bonnie and Clyde's was
Bonnie.
at North
Yeah.
Hills.
That's what I'm thinking.
Extremes too was over there.
Boy, time gets away from us, doesn't it?
I mean, this is just. I'm just passing on what I've been told.
You don't know
Echo.
nothing about it.
I don't know
I don't know
anything.
anything about it.
The Echo Lounge.
Echo.
You know, I'm a history buff, so
That's right.
That's what you do. You're recording history
I
from Meridian.
listen to people talk. Never experienced a lot of it.
69, this guy would write a song. And somebody had to live this for this to be written. Johnny Cash had a song, and he would go back and take out a cuss word out of it a few years later. Because I'm the blank that named you.
Soup.
As we go back to remember it, it went number one in 1969. You reached down and cut off a piece of my ear.
In the mud and the what did he say?
Mud,
the mud, the blood, and the beer. Gatlinburg.
Mid-July.
Mid-July. Yeah.
That would happen there. This guy would not be with us very long. He was in several movies at an early age. Y'all remember River Phoenix?
Yes, River Phoenix.
His one.
Oh, I had such a crush on him in
Stand By Me.
1986. So, yeah, Stand By Me when that came out.
What about his brother, Joaquin? Is he normal?
He's a little out there.
Okay. He played a great Johnny
He's a
Cash.
great actor.
He is.
But I think he's woke to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. We go back to 75, and I've often referred to when I hear this song, I think of Ken Rainey, because I can remember sitting on the back seat in the AM radio, and Glenn Campbell would start belting out.
Like a rhinestone.
Cowboy. There it went. Went number one on the stage.
He was an awesome musician, and I mean, credit where credit's due, but he just never, I never got into, he had Galveston.
Yeah.
I was a lineman for the camp. I mean,
I love the lineman.
But now he was an awesome musician, like Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Jerry Reed always was a nut coming, but God, he could play a guitar.
A little swing, a little
Did
guitar.
you ever hear Jerry Reed sing the song "A Thing Called Love"?
Yeah.
No, I
Yes.
He was a very talented singer, but he got into those novelty type songs, "When You Hot, You Hot," and
Lord, Mr. Ford, what have you done?
all that kind of stuff. But if you go back and listen to him sing "It's the Thing Called Love," I mean, he was a fantastic talent. I mean, great singer.
One of my favorite Jerry
I
Reed
wanted to
songs.
say this about Glenn Campbell, though, that he wrote a song, because, he died from Alzheimer's.
Right.
And he wrote a song when he got his diagnosis called "I'm Not Gonna Miss You." And he wrote it for his wife. And it's one of the sweetest songs, most well written. It was the last thing he ever did.
He wasn't a bad actor. He played with John Wayne in True Grit.
Yeah.
A real bad actor. He
Check that out.
Jerry Reed had one similar to that. It was called "She Got the Gold Mine, I Got the Shaft."
Jerry
Amos
Reed.
Moses Was a Cajun was probably one of my
That is my favorite Jerry Reed song. What do they call him? Amos.
But when you're playing
Alligator bit it off.
with Chet Atkins, you're a pretty good musician.
Yeah.
And I've seen Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins on the same stage. That was good.
Well, Chet Atkins actually penned Jerry Reed as a certified guitarist. And they
Wow.
both fingerpicked. They didn't. They both fingerpicked.
All right.
And the song Elvis come back and redid it.
Little sister. don't you?
No, one that guitar.
Swinging little
Swinging
guitar.
little
Playing a
guitar.
little guitar man. Well, Elvis was going to record it. He couldn't. Nobody in the studio played that tune. So they call Reed. He's fishing outside of Nashville or somewhere, and they get Reed in to come and play that
That's
song.
right.
And he played on Elvis's track to do that song. So Reed was a fantastic
He was
guitarist.
phenomenal
He
on
was.
that kind of stuff.
I think most of us have either watched Gunsmoke, Green Acres, and Petticoat Junction. This guy, I think, played one of those characters there that you just get. His real name is Hank Patterson. And
From
he was.
Alabama.
Was he? You
Yeah.
know this guy?
Yeah, I know Hank Patterson.
There you go. Had that little goatee there.
Looked like a goat.
He was 87. He passed away today.
And during the filming, I'm going to give you some history here. During
Okay.
the filming of Green Acres, he went deaf.
No.
Really?
And he could not hear. And they would have somebody tug his britches or something like that for him to say the line during Green Acres.
Awesome.
Because he couldn't hear, he couldn't corroborate what
With the cue.
Arnold
He
was
didn't
saying.
know when to get in there.
He didn't know when to come in,
didn't
so
know
they
when to
would
come
tug
in.
his britches and he would
Awesome.
say the line.
Never heard that.
I didn't know it.
True story.
Somebody, Deborah put that line from Amos Mo. He'd eat up his weight in groceries.
Yeah.
Call him Amos. What was that line in there about a man of the cloth? Was that his daddy? His daddy was a man
Raised by a man of the cloth.
Yeah, that's it.
They called him Amos Moses.
Do you know the song?
I do
Oh,
not.
you have really missed out in life. We're going to teach you some things after the show.
About 45 minutes
He's
southeast of
to-
Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Doc Mills Sapp and his pretty wife Anna.
That's right. God, that guitar lick when that song starts out makes it. This guy would be one of the greatest basketball players that there ever was. Sadly, he would lose his life in a crash, and then as
Kobe
we all
Bryant.
remember, you know where I'm going with this.
Kobe Bryant.
He was born this day in '78, and of course we know about the
That
pitcher
was
scandal.
That was so sad.
It was.
That
This guy would get his break from Elvis as well, and go on to become a huge country star. I'm trying to was it "Don't Cry, Daddy"? Together we'll find a brand new mommy. Maybe that was the one he wrote. No! I'm moving back Kentucky Rain. That's what it was.
Mac Davis.
Mac Davis didn't write that, did he? I thought it was Eddie Rabbitt who wrote Kentucky Rain.
He might have.
It was one of those two, but Eddie Rabbitt wrote a song for Elvis.
Yeah, I know Mac Davis wrote several songs.
Yeah, he did. He wrote "In the Ghetto." I know that for sure, because he wrote that about a friend of his.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Kentucky Rain. I thought it was Kentucky. We'll have to look that
He may
up.
have written it.
I could be wrong.
Eddie Rabbitt was good.
But he had a #1 song. As we all remember, "Driving My Life Away."
Yeah.
Hit #1 today.
Yep.
What was that about the truck stop cutie coming on to me?
Yep.
Trying to talk me into a...
Eastwood got him big with that soundtrack and
Every Which Way.
or Every Which Way But Loose and all that stuff.
Great guys. I can remember a little bit of this. He would be in Back to the Future, which would overshadow this movie. But back in the day, in '85, it came out today, and it was a big hit.
Teen Wolf.
can't say I seen it.
It was kind of cute.
It was cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cute movie.
He was kind of hairy. And
Yeah.
Is there any Trans Ams in it? Well, I didn't see it.
I think he did drive a Trans Am, as a matter of fact, Greg. So you missed a great movie.
That's right. If it wasn't a Trans Am in it, I didn't watch it.
You know, we often joke about that, but we really do need to get us about a '77 Trans Am. That would be
I'm
super.
gonna tell you right now, you can buy a bar of gold cheaper,
Yep.
They are what now? 50?
50
At least.
plus.
50 plus.
Oh, wow.
And all of them, and they were everywhere. They were on every used car lot, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500. And people bought them, beat the windows out of them, welded a roll cage, made a dirt track car out of them.
And now?
I'm telling you, some of them sell for 100 plus.
Wow.
Especially if it's a
A bandit special.
455 HD with a 4-speed. That's the most highly sought after.
Back in '92, this group came along in '91. They started having hit after hit. And well, today it started a whole new dance craze with the song, as a matter of fact, in country music. It would be
The
Brooks and Dunn.
Boot Scoot Boogie.
out past the city limit sign. There's a honky tonk.
Near the county.
Near the county line.
Yeah.
The joint starts hopping every night when the sun goes down.
Ooh, this girl knows the
I
words.
might have sang out of time.
I love some Brooks and Dunn. Oh, my God.
Ronnie Dunn. I kid y'all. That boy can write a
I
song.
saw them in concert back
did?
in 93.
At the Jackson
93.
Fair?
Mm-hmm. No, at the Coliseum.
Okay, I've seen they were at the Mississippi State Fair in Jackson, and we had tickets. And I walked by the Budweiser Pavilion, and John Conley was playing. So I just took a right. I'd have rather seen John Conley.
I was excited.
Rose-colored glasses.
Amen.
In the Neshoba County Fair, they had it was Colin Ray, Sammy Kershaw, Aaron Tippin. I think that those are the
That's
main
the
ones.
lineup there.
That is.
All
Oh
those are
man.
good.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, and Aaron Tippin was so cool. He had people stand in line, and when you came up, you would give him your phone, and he'd take a selfie with you.
Now that he is a
nice guy.
If y'all never
Class
bump
act.
into him, Aaron Tippin is, as you're saying, he is top notch, a good man.
Yep.
He's from around Pensacola, isn't he?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah. I thought he was local.
I don't know if you've ever heard his gospel song, "God's Not Through with Me Yet." Whew, that
I'm
y'all.
gonna have to listen to that.
I'll
He's got
check
two
that out.
gospel songs, and the one about God's Not Through with Me Yet, he goes through his life of he was driving a Corvette and he hit fourth gear and lost it, and he lives, and he goes, I don't know why God didn't let me die, but he's not through with me yet. And he goes through, he was at work, and a steel beam, he takes a moment, he takes one last hit off a cigarette, and the guy in front of him walks forward, and the steel beam drops and kills him. And he goes,
Oh wow.
God's not through with me yet. And he just goes through the little things in life. And he believed. Woo!
Goodness.
If you ain't heard He Believed, I urge you. 1989, one of the worst things would ever happen to baseball. They would throw somebody out of baseball forever. And it ain't right. I don't believe
P.
it.
Rose, yeah, the gambling thing.
Yeah. There's people that's done a lot worse than this.
Have they let him back in?
No,
Nope.
Why?
because they're dirty scoundrels. And they've done worse than he has. Now, did what he did, was it right? No, but he set all those records.
He should have been punished, chastised, something for what he
But
done.
not kicked
But
out.
come
Yeah.
on, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
But to
ain't
just
right.
completely kick him out like he didn't. win all
He
those
was
records.
basically an
Is that all?
ambassador for Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
And I don't know.
Ooh, they want you to pull your mic a little bit closer there to you, Sheriff, so they hear you a little bit closer there.
Okay.
Get that close there. All right. It'd be 1999. We'd get the first case of this, and it scared America like they ain't never been it wasn't like the pandemic, but it was pretty bad.
Bird flu.
Close. West Nile.
West Nile.
Oh, that's right.
That was the first case of it that we had heard of. As a matter of fact, we had somebody in Mississippi in the last 2 weeks die from that.
I had not heard that.
Scary, scary,
That
scary.
is scary.
I tried to forget
Well,
this
before
show.
that, it was encephalitis.
I
You
forgot
remember?
about that big word.
Yeah.
We're just proud that you can say it.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it again?
No. I might
I'll
mess it
spell it
up.
for you later.
This show, it was good the very first time. After that, I didn't want to ever see it again.
Can't say I've ever watched.
You don't want to see
What
it?
year?
Don't care about it.
They took a bunch of people and chunked them off on an island.
Lost.
Close. Survivor.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Richard Hatch was that winner of that, and it was kind of interesting that first year, but it got old real quick.
How hard up are we for entertainment?
There you go,
I'm
Greg.
sorry. When you
ever
got
watched
something
that,
like that,
Greg, Naked and Scared?
yeah, naked and afraid. Yeah. I mean, how
I
hard?
call
up-
it Naked and Scared.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
No.
That shows you.
They'll give you 10 grand if you stay out there 30 days.
I
Nah,
spent
Naked.
most of my life naked and
Naked.
afraid.
It has really gotten to a sad state because, used to, you couldn't even have somebody in the same bed together.
You know,
Right.
Ward and June, Ricky and Lucy, and now they naked and afraid out in the swamp.
Yeah.
Our
That's
morals.
disgusting. No, we ain't got that. They don't have no morals no more. You can throw that out the window.
That's right.
I did have a couple of days where I watched Honey Boo Boo. And I was just
I
like,
can't do
My
that.
wife, I can't stand that either. That just makes me want to throw up.
How could somebody like that be a star? Is
I
my
don't know.
question.
Because
I don't
we're
know.
hard up for entertainment. I mean,
It was-
you say what happened
it
to
was like-
Dallas and Knots Landing and the Dukes of Hazzard. I mean,
I'm with you. And somebody brought up The Bachelorette.
oh yeah, that makes me
Yeah.
want to throw up
that'll
too.
make you want to.
They sleep with everybody on there. Y'all know I ain't lying.
oh, yeah.
Well, there ain't no surprises.
No, there's not. Not one bit. It would be 2004. I can't believe this has been that long ago.
I
You'd
don't
hear
like
those
them either.
drum beat. Well, they are different. I'll do that. But save
Wait, I
Save
missed
a
the
horse,
first one.
ride a cowboy.
Oh,
yeah, they're different there. John Rich, and of course John has gone trying to be on Fox News and things of that nature to be a conservative now.
Yeah,
But
he's kind of straightened up his act a little bit. I think he got a little bit of the Holy Ghost in him.
he's made a big
Amen.
change.
He's made a big change.
Good deal.
That's good because there was a time
Yeah.
that we'll leave it at that. It would be 05, and this is one of the first times that Todd and I met. It would be named today.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
That was rough. That was rougher than a
That's
cob.
yes.
It was. We've got more coming up as we travel along, and we got some more headlines and things that's gone on. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Greg. Of course, we've got some great entertainment staring at us over here. Stella's here with us. She's being the good sport today. And, of course, former Sheriff Todd Kemp in with us from Clark County today.
Mr. Retired.
All right. We got some cases he made to get involved with as we have a stolen car in Meridian. This was taken Poplar Springs area around 5 a.m., between midnight and 5 a.m. Yesterday. If you've seen that car, contact the Meridian Police Department. And we have to say this, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department got a note that a car was missing from MCC. It was stolen. We had several cars broke into, and lo and behold, yesterday morning at 5 a.m., they noticed it, and they commenced to following it.
Why are you going to steal a Chevy Cobalt?
To do a crime.
To do a crime and just
Disposable.
joyride.
I guess, but if I was going to steal a car, it wouldn't be a Cobalt.
I see you're thinking it would be something fun and cool.
Take a chance going to jail. I mean, yeah,
It's going to be something nice and luxury,
or
or
a Hummer or something, you know.
something.
Yeah, you're right. But most people, the cars are stolen around here are used in crimes.
Well, I guess I better tell my sons to lock up their 2012 Hyundai Elantra. It
Don't
might
worry.
get stolen.
That's one thing I know. Your car ain't getting stolen. All them people ain't gonna steal your car. You
I
never.
don't even want him to lean up next to it in the parking lot.
You know the best anti-car theft out device?
Snake.
Standard shift.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I got a snake in my car just in case, though.
No.
you're right. A standard shift, nobody can drive it anymore.
I could.
Some people can. Most people can't.
They just stare at it and go, "What's that about?" Now, I want to show y'all a video. And let me get this big so we can show this. We're going to Barham Funeral Home is where we're going next.
Yeah, I saw
This
that.
is just shameless.
Who does this?
What
Here we
in the
go.
world was that?
Anybody recognize this truck? Are they pushing the truck, Greg?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like
Got
they're
no gas in it.
They're pushing it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Maybe if we unload this mattress, we could get some traction.
What do they think? They're going to set off an alarm if they crank it?
I don't get this. Now, Conway Twitty's playing in the background, Love Making, what was that song? Saturday Night? I think that's what's going on, playing in the background here.
So they're just jamming music and dropping off mattresses at
Maybe
the funeral
I'd
home.
love to lay you down. There's a lot of ways to say it.
At the funeral home?
At the funeral home.
Oh.
Let me, and this is what
There's
would
a joke here somewhere. You hear the one about the guy at the funeral.
But this is what they would do in the end. They drop the mattresses off.
Box Springs, too.
Yeah. I mean, was it a meeting place? We don't know. They'd sure like to know who done that, if you recognize that truck, and maybe they're still pushing it somewhere.
Wow.
Man. Hello, darling.
Nice to see you at the funeral home. I just, hey, what was that, Wedding Crashers? Did they make a movie of that, Funeral Crashers?
I don't know.
Oh, that would be
Stella.
awful. That would be awful.
Do you dress in black during the day?
No.
Okay, I was just
No,
asking
I mean,
for a friend.
I wear black, but
She's the
it's
coroner,
not,
not the Grim Reaper. I mean,
Same thing.
I mean, come on.
the same thing.
We're really trying to help your dating life here.
Yeah, that's going to help a lot.
She deserves a good day.
All the
Most of
flower
her
shops
days
know
are
about.
bad.
Yeah, we're pulling for you. Hey, we got
Thank
some
you.
pictures from the Mississippi Delta, and this is just really, it's beautiful. This is what makes it happen. This guy right here that gets out there and farms, the American farmer, a thing of the
Amen.
past.
Mm-hmm.
I was up there the other day and cotton, corn,
Yeah.
soybeans. It's really beautiful
ripe,
up there
ain't
this
it?
time of year.
It's ripe, ain't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up also, is there's not one for Lauderdale County, I want it in Clark County yet. But Winston County does have this burn ban that's in effect for Winston County. Keep that in mind if you're
I
watching.
look for a statewide ban if we don't get some rain.
But
pretty
I'll
quick.
tell you, if you want to avoid this and you want to be able to continue to burn in your barrels and rake up your limbs and stuff, don't let it get out of control.
Yeah.
The higher the fire numbers, the better chance you're going to get put under a burn ban, and then you're going to all be fussing. Big government can't tell me what to do, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. All you got to do is be careful, because at the end of the day, that's your fire that you're responsible for.
Exactly right.
And if it burns over on your neighbor's place, come on, dude, you're liable. Just be careful. Make sure you got a water source handy. Check the weather. Listen to old Scotty Ray about wind speed and direction and humidity. Just be careful.
One thing I wanted to mention this, and today would have been his birthday, a local guy that we've all known. Hank Flory's birthday would have been today. If y'all remember, Hank was a supervisor for years in Meridian.
I think they named the boardroom after
Sure did.
at the old court and the new one.
Uh-huh. That's important that we remember him. I had a picture. I'm trying to remember here. Somebody sent me something that wanted me to ask y'all to see who was the best here. And I don't know that I can find it at this point.
I noticed you got a puppy dog pulled up there.
I do.
I want to remind people, grand opening this weekend of the new puppy dog hotel out around Camp Bonacci.
Really?
Causeville. No, it's Camp Merridale. Camp Merridale. Mr. Tommy Price and them's opening up a new place. Going to have their grand opening, open house, I think 10 to 12 tomorrow and Sunday. So it's going to be like a Hilton for your puppies. I think K9 Country Club. If it's nice, I may book a week out there.
We're going to go check it out
That's
then.
right. Yeah, we're going to stop by and visit with them.
But it is a big deal there because your pups are family at this point.
And no doubt.
And you get off on vacation and get worried about your baby at home, and but you're in good hands with them out there. I promise you, they're good folks.
I had, and since y'all are kind of in this, and especially you, Stella, this was on Family Feud. They done a thing of let me look at this. It was the top things that's important when it comes to a funeral. I thought this really.
He's on you today, dear. I'm sorry. Next time she's not going to come in.
Well, she did work at a funeral home before that.
Yeah.
And it was I think they had, the top 6 answers, but we'll narrow it down to the top 3 things here of important things to plan for a funeral. What would you say is the number one thing that people plan is the most important to them at a funeral?
The most important to them, the casket.
That's number 2. She was close.
Okay. Your cemetery.
That was number 6.
Okay. Price.
That didn't even get in there.
Oh, it didn't?
Yeah, because they were worried. That didn't even cross their mind.
Number one thing in planning a funeral,
Yep.
or the number one concern.
Yeah, the number one concern of the family of what they want to do when it comes to it.
Preacher.
You're going to hear.
Preacher.
Now, he didn't even make the top
The church.
That was number 4.
What is number 1?
Think
music.
there you go.
The music. Yeah.
That's it.
I already have my song planned.
What is it?
It's called "Going Home" by Dan Arbach.
I thought it was Jose Cuervo. You were a friend of mine.
Oh, wow.
It ain't the old gospel song going home. Going home. I'm going home.
That's not it.
See, I would, of funeral. Used to, you would hear a lot of not Neil, but Vince Gill. Vince Gill, go rest high.
Yeah.
Well,
if I hear that song one more
everybody
time.
in my family played bluegrass
Jamie
music.
Johnson probably.
That's where I was going.
Long Black Train.
Well,
No.
Lead Me Home.
Lead Me
That
Home,
one too.
yeah.
But Long
That's
Black Train
probably the
too.
new funeral song.
Remember when it was
Beulah Land. Everybody's got to sing Beulah Land.
That's another one. If I hear that one again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Do y'all remember when it was Garth Brooks, The Dance?
Yeah, that was kind of popular there.
Yeah, that was.
And then the
very,
all-time
very
favorite for a few, Jody, if you prop me
Side the
jukebox.
when I die.
I like I'll Fly Away myself.
That is a good one.
That is.
And I like the Alan Jackson version. Not that I'm planning on going anytime soon, I hope. But hanging around you, I could be shot as a bystander.
So
innocent bystander.
Todd, I'll put this on you before we go to commercials. What would you say, in your opinion, of country? You've listened to country music all your life. What would you name as the greatest country song of all time?
He stopped loving her today.
You said I love you
Yeah.
till I die.
I mean, nobody could portray a song like George Jones.
Nope.
That was beautiful.
and that one is just a.
You would take that over I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry?
Yeah. I love Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah.
I loved all of his stuff, but at the time when George came out with that,
He was living it.
He was living it.
And how many takes did they say they had to do to get it? Because he was so
He had to
drunk.
come back.
It just had to keep coming, especially the speaking part.
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't put two words
Right.
together.
Oh.
But once he got it, I think that's the number one country song of all time.
He might have totaled out 2 or 3 Lincolns right here in Mississippi.
Lawnmowers too.
And a lawnmower.
And a lawnmower.
We'll be right back.
CF Moto has arrived at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or give us a call at 601-485-8700.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and Aquapel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with, of course, Greg here taking care of business over here this morning. We miss Odie. We hope he's having a great time.
I hope he's got on plenty of sunscreen and shark repellent. I don't know if they make shark repellent, but
He don't need the sunscreen though. He's underwater.
well, I don't know. You know, Odie.
He's kind of dark.
Yeah, he can get
He
burned.
can get burned pretty good there.
And I didn't mean to hide that can of tuna fish in his dive suit. But, you know, it was an accident when I put that in there.
I spilled it right down your suit.
You know, we say that every time something like that is said, I think of Grumpy or Old Man where they take that fish and throw it under the seat.
Of his own car.
Yeah. Funny stuff there.
What do you say, putts?
Yeah. I'm reminded of this again that they've done some art because this girl was just so horrible in the Olympics, and we joked about it earlier in the week about her breakdancing that was so bad.
I didn't realize that was an Olympic sport.
No one did.
Yeah, nobody did.
And she was horrible at it.
So am I.
But they've made this art in the desert now and put one of those out in the desert to make fun of her.
It looks good out in the desert.
I didn't know that was a sport either.
Who comes up with this
I
stuff?
have no idea.
I can
Well,
proudly
the same one
say
that
I
came
did.
up with that mess that they on opening day with all that.
Yes.
I can proudly say I did not
I
watch
didn't
one
watch
minute of it.
1 minute of it either.
I didn't either.
Here's you a picture to think of today, though. Cute outfit, can't dance.
How old is she?
I'm 40.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I don't know. Doesn't she look 40ish?
I mean, that's like a 50-year-old skateboarder or something.
I don't know.
And she would have to use her Geritol moment to roll over, to get to the next move.
No doubt.
It was bad. Again, we want to say thank you to everybody coming in. We got a birthday today,
We do. Let's see.
and I want to say we say birthday.
That's the only
Just
one I
the
got
one?
on here.
Just one today.
So that narrows it right down. Let's spin the wheel, and I'm sorry if you don't win, buddy. You got bad luck. We're gonna give where's our coffee mug at?
It's here somewhere. Yeah, show that over there.
Yeah, our Scotty Ray Odie.
Let me go to the camera.
Meridian Hyundai coffee mug, and we'll spin the old wheel, and it goes to Brad Carter. Happy birthday from all of us here at the Scotty Ray Report. We hope you have a great day.
Todd, we want to say thank you for coming in. And it looks as
Yes,
though
sir.
your counterpart got a phone call that she
Yeah,
had run
I
out of the
think
room. issue.
She had to go to work.
She has to get something's up when she disappears.
Always remember, as at the close of the day, one thing that matters, and that's the good Lord up above. We want to remind you that. Do good things. Keep Him in mind. There's going to be a church door open on Sunday morning. They'd love to have you.
Amen.
Y'all have a safe and blessed weekend. Remember, hug somebody's neck, forgive somebody, be patient, kind, and love somebody this weekend. We'll be out and about. Look for us.